We're still in the spirit of Vlogtober. It is Sunday, October 20th, I think, 2024. It is 8:10 or so a.m. Still feeling the warmth of the Pineapple Express weather system that came through here. Pineapple Express is, I believe, at least a West Coast, if not a Pacific Northwest phenomenon, which is where I'm located. By the way, my name is Karina, and I'm walking out to the barn to feed the two horses. I mentioned I'm in the Pacific Northwest. I live here with my partner and our two kitties. And like I said, the two horses that I'm going out to feed. Creek, we got a lot of rain yesterday. I don't think it's supposed to rain today, but you can see the creek is running quite full. Oh yes. Yeah, you can see the foam. Field mower still there. And then here is the outfall side. So it's looking like a proper stream. Very nice. Duck under the fence. This one doesn't really contain anything. It's just an inconvenience if the horses were to some reason to get over here. You can see where they are. Sometimes it tells me whether or not they have enough hay overnight. I feed them plenty of hay, so if they do run out, so it looks like I can see Odin's rump in his stall, so it looks like they had enough hay for overnight. So I'm going to feed them breakfast. Good morning, YouTube friends. It is Monday, October 21st, about 7:15 a.m. I kind of forgot I was doing Vlogtober until I was halfway out to the barn. We had some rain yesterday. It seems to be a common theme. Creek is running. The pond is high. The barn lights are still on, so apparently it's not sunrise yet. It's hard to tell sometimes when it's this gray when exactly the sun comes up. Sometimes it's just a lighter shade of gray until it's a darker shade of gray in the evening, and then it's dark. Hello, O. There's Odin waiting for breakfast. And it looks like, I'm not sure where Braggy is. Oh, there he is. Morning, Braggy. All right, I'll get to feeding these guys. I do want to let you know that hopefully by Friday, I will have a finished object for you. Namely, my Witch's Brew M-Cow. Good morning, YouTube friends. Today is October 22nd. It's Tuesday morning. It's a little after 7 a.m. Continuing in the tradition of Vlogtober. Oh, look, the little bunny. My little bunny. It's still fairly dark out. The sun's going to come up in about 30 minutes. I think the camera's picking up a fair amount of light, which is nice. It's light enough for me to see where I'm going and notice critters like bunnies. I am, just a little knitting report, I am almost done with the Halloween mystery cowl I've been knitting. Trying to decide what I want to cast on next. Although really, I should finish the projects that I have going because in November I'm going to have to do some gift knitting. Just looking at the creek. It's we've had some rain, and the pond is definitely full. Looking up this way, the creek is pretty full too. duck under the fence. Barn lights are on. So all that to say about knitting, I have quite a few works in progress that I probably ought to finish. Otherwise they will languish, and I'll be finishing a sweater when it's summertime. I won't be able to wear it. Good morning, boys. There's O. I assume Braggy is near him. It's not quite as easy to, oh yeah, I see his rump. He's right in front of, oh, I think you might be able to see him there. So I'm gonna feed them their breakfast. Good morning, YouTube friends. Welcome to Vlogmas again. It is Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024. Walking out to the barn to feed the horses. It is about 7:15, not late yet. It's cloudy, so the sun is probably coming up somewhere over there, due east, maybe even a little bit southeast by now. It is that time of year. It's kind of sweater weather, just to bring a little knitting into the fold. Starting to wear sweaters I haven't worn since at least for several months. Didn't wear any sort of like mohair type sweater during the summer at all because they're quite warm. So I'm gonna wear my what's it called, the Love Note sweater, which is the first mohair sweater that mohair held with a strand of fingering, which adds a surprising amount of warmth. So there's only a few times that I can wear it. It has to be kind of cold, and I also have to wear a shirt under it because mohair makes me itch. So I only have 2 mohair sweaters, or sweaters with mohair in it. I'm pleased to report that I finished the Witch's Brew cowl last night. I still need to weave in the ends and block it. So hopefully weave in the ends tonight after work and block it tomorrow. So hopefully it'll be ready for viewing when I do my vlog. The horses are in Braggy's stall, so there's probably still hay in there. I'm gonna get to feeding. Talk to you soon. Hey everyone, welcome to Vlogtober. It is Thursday morning, October 24th. It's not quite 6 a.m. I have a cat in my lap and I have been knitting. So I thought I would kind of change the sequence a little bit and do this vlog before I go out to the barn. In fact, I'm gonna get ready for work here in a minute and grab my computer and work for probably an hour or so before I go out and feed the horses. I have been working on, I finished one Sockoween sock, and I have cast on the second one this morning. These are the Incantation socks by Kay Jones, and I'm doing 18 rounds of 1x1 ribbing, and I'm just about finished with the 7th round of that. I also want to let you know that I did weave in all the ends of the Halloween cowl, and it is now soaking, and I will dry that out and block it here before I go out to the barn. And so hopefully it will be ready to wear the next time I kind of do my regular segment. That's the goal. Other news, I haven't really been doing any other knitting besides finishing that cowl, the mystery cowl, and working on the Incantation socks. And Harley's trying to mess with my yarn, so I think I'll put that away for now. So I'm not going to make this a very long segment, since the whole idea of Vlogtober, I believe, is just to do these little vlog segments and each day. And of course, I didn't start in the beginning of October, I started in the middle. So, and I just want to share this bag with you. This is a bag made by my mom. The fabric is from Door County, Wisconsin. We went there a year ago. My sister, my mom, and me, and had a really nice time in Sturgeon Bay. Door County is well known for its cherries, so that's the fabric, and it's very handy for sock knitting. So I'm going to leave that here. I'm gonna see, whoops, sorry, hand. Hi, Harley. So I'm gonna get ready for work. I'll talk to you soon. Hi, Elle. Welcome to the knitting portion of this Vlogtober episode. I want you to notice right away what I'm wearing. I finished my, I'm getting a scam call, so I'm distracted. I'm finished my MCAL. This is the Witch's Brew. So this is the first part. The second part, that was really fun to knit. The third part, no, I can't see anymore. This part here, get a little closer to the camera, and then really into the color work with the witch's hat, the kitties. Oh my goodness, this is where I had to change my color 2 and color 6. Otherwise I would have had black background with orange cats. This kind of celestial. This I thought was going to be skulls, but it ends up being like beakers and potion thingies. And then this one, I could have changed color 2 and color 6 back. I would have had orange pumpkins and black stems on the mauve background. But by the time I realized it, I decided to just go with what it was. And I think it's fine. And then it has this ribbed edge. So I blocked it yesterday, it dried overnight, and I love the shape of this cowl. So what else have I been working on? With one finished object and a lot of works in progress. I am working on my Sockaween socks. By the way, this was all made from stash yarn. So I have some Brooklyn tweed, which is the white and the black. The mauve is a Knit Picks stroll, I think. The burgundy is a Barocco 100% wool. It's all fingering. The gray is a mystery skein that I bought for some mittens and ended up not using it for that. And the gold is also, I think I already said that, is a Knit Picks stroll. So the other thing I have on my needles for this Halloween season is in this bag made by my mom. This is a material I got from Sturgeon Bay in Door County, Wisconsin. Door County is well known for the cherries, and Mom made me this really nice drawstring bag, and it definitely helps me remember that trip. So I'm knitting the Incantation socks for Sockaween by Kay Jones, and this is the first finished sock. I do, so the ribbing is 18 1x1 rib, and the leg, I like 48 rounds, and then the foot is either 56 or 60, I can't remember. So this is a Freckled Whimsy self-striping yarn, 12 stripe repeat. It's part of the Harry Potter series, so it kind of goes well with the Incantation pattern. And then this is the contrast color. So very, very seasonal. I am on the leg on the second sock. So I don't know, it looks like I have 20, so not quite halfway down the leg. I use Chowgu red lace size 0, which are 2mm size needles for all my socks, 32-inch cord for magic loop. I did start working on my flock of flamingos cowl again yesterday. That was on my needles before the M cowls and kind of Halloween stuff. So it's a very similar shape to the one I'm wearing. It's by the same designer, Telebeam Knits. And this is also made out of stash yarn. So this flock of flamingos is, so this first section is really palm trees. And then I'm kind of in this sunshiny, it's probably hard to see. There's not a lot of contrast between the gray and the yellow, but maybe you can see it. So this will be bright sunshines, and then it'll be, the flamingos come later. I think there's a section of waves and flamingos come later. So some pinks and blues, and again, this is all kind of stash yarn that I've been able to use. I haven't bought yarn in a while. And I've actually been thinking about some of the cowls that I have, just the regular, circle cowls that I don't really like. They're just too floppy, and I really like this cowl, the shape of this cowl. So I'm kind of thinking about ripping back my circular cowls and turning them into muscle burrow hats. So I've never knit one, but I know that's a very popular pattern for people to knit, and it looks like it works up very nicely for scrap yarn, so, or even intentional colors. So I kind of think I'm doing that. So stay tuned for that. I have lots of other projects on the needles that are languishing. I have some gift knitting to start in November, which of course is next Friday. Today is Friday, October 25th. I meant to do a walk out to the barn this morning and just totally forgot. My dad's still in the hospital, trying to work on discharge and where he's discharging to for continued assistance, with wound care and medication management and stuff like that. So still kind of waiting for updates from the hospital and keeping all the family members engaged and informed. So they have been very engaged. So mostly it's just the information. So I am waiting for a call from the hospital, which is why I forgot to do the morning walk out to the barn this morning. But hopefully you've seen enough during the first few days of this week that I did Vlogtober that you didn't miss the walk out to the barn. I am hoping to have my trainer out today to work with Braggy. I've been trying to do just a few things with Braggy, just trying to help him understand pressure and to find relief in stopping and thinking and settling down. Odin, he is a very different horse than Braggy. They're complete opposites on the personality scale. Braggy is very sensitive and reactive. Odin is, he's very confident and prefers to say no thanks. No, I'd rather not do that. I don't see the point of it, so I'm not going to. So I have to kind of remind him that he does have to do a little bit to earn his keep here. I mean, I'm not asking him to earn a living for me or anything, but at least maybe tolerate and be a little bit of a willing partner in my my training aspirations. And I think if you've been with me for a while, I am a very sporadic and gentle trainer. So they are living their best lives despite Odin's complaint about the things that I ask him to do, like back up, which is fair. Stop mugging me for cookies. Go over there. You haven't earned any cookies yet. So I've also just kind of working on some agility things. And just like us, it's good to have sort of like these stretchy exercises and things that keep us moving and our brains engaged. It's really good for horses too. So not only to have a good social life and good food and some the things that help us live our best lives, that's good for horses too. So I talked a lot more about horses than I did with knitting, but honestly, there just isn't really a lot of updates. I'm just there's another MCAL going on for a project that I want to see what the end of it looks like before I commit to it. Like I said, I will be casting on some gift knitting, so that'll be kind of super secret in November. I'm just kind of thinking, with that gift knitting, I don't know that I'm going to have a lot of time to work on other projects, but I do need to finish Randy's mitts. So instead of this fun flock of flamingos cowl, I probably ought to work on his mitts. So that's all I have for you today. I'm not sure when I'm going to post this, so it could be tomorrow. So you may get another walk out to the barn. So I'll talk to you later.